goodness. That's awesome. Hey, y'all, let's get in the building this morning. Let's get in the building. Hey, y'all, I hope y'all are having a beautiful morning. All right, y'all, let's get the comments and the hearts and all that stuff flowing so that they know that we are live this morning, y'all. I hope y'all are having an amazing morning wherever you are checking in from. All right, y'all, we're going to get into the astrology first, of course. Then we're going to get into some general energy and see what we need to know. All right. And we're going to go and get this thing popping. We're going to go and get it popping, y'all. All right, y'all, let's see. I think my computer restarted itself, so I think I'm going to read the astrology off of my phone because I ain't got time for that. All right, y'all, let's see. Okay, I hope y'all are having a beautiful morning wherever you checking in from, y'all. Let's get this saging. Let's get the energy flowing. All right, let's get going, y'all. Let's get going. I hope y'all are having an amazing morning. How we doing, y'all? All right, let's focus that. Hey, y'all. How we doing, y'all? I hope y'all are having a beautiful morning. Hey, Mia. Hey, Esau. I hope y'all are having an amazing morning. Let's get into the astrology, y'all. Let's get into the astrology. I'm going to read it off of my phone because I still have it up over here. All right, and the energy is marvelous. All right, y'all, today's astrology. Let's get into it, y'all. All right, so the main event today, May 6th, all right, is the Pluto stations retrograde in Aquarius, y'all. That's taking place at 11:34. All right, so the biggest shift of the month is here. Now, this is major, y'all, because you know I've been talking a lot about October, like October being one of the months where you're really going to be able to, kind of see all of the intentions, right? All of the hard work. That's what I've been calling it, y'all. That's when you're going to now kind of see all of the hard work paying off, right? Everything that you've been working on, everything, right? You started the business, right? You started whatever it is that you desire, right? You started it by October, November, you're going to see it pay off, y'all. Like that is the collective energy. And it's actually because of the retrograde that's taking place right now. Y'all know I've been talking for like 3 days, child. All right, so let's talk about it, y'all. So this retro in Pluto, retrograde Aquarius, y'all. What is taking place is now, right, the Pluto, which is the planet of transformation and rebirth, right, is turning retrograde in Aquarius until October 15th. Now, y'all know I didn't know that because I do daily astrology, right? I don't study astrology out into the future. But I said a month and a half ago, y'all, that October and November was going to be very significant in this year. Why? Because we know in part and we prophesy in part, right? And that's something that God had told me. Well, now we have the evidence, right? So I always tell you, right? God always confirms God, right? That's why you don't have to go to 17,000 other people, y'all. When God confirms within you, God is going to bring the evidence, right? And a lot of people is like, oh, well, God told me this message, but if I don't get 10 other people to confirm it for me, then it's not real. That's not what that's about. God gives you a message and God will bring you also the confirmation, right? So I said a month or so ago, y'all, that October and November was going to be very significant to the collective because that's a message that God had given me. Well, now the energy is confirming what God already told us. All right. So it is, y'all, right? So now, as Pluto, right, the planet of transformation and rebirth, is turning retrograde until October 15th, this is a 5-month cycle, y'all, that exposes hidden emotional truths in your relationships, right? Hidden emotional truths. Now, let me tell you, y'all, Wealthy Rising Madison, you always get physical truth before emotional truth. What does that look like, right? You've already seen your mama them crazy, child. You've already seen your sister them. You done seen your kids, right? You've seen friends. You've seen colleagues, whatever it is, right? You've already seen that in the physical, right? It's the physical ability to see people that allows you to do what? Cut their ass off, right? So when you see them, it's easy to physically cut them off. But that does not mean that the emotions have been healed, y'all. And a lot of times as a collective, you feel like because you cut people off, now it's better. No, y'all. It means that these people done fucked up so much, right? That you just had to say, I can't even do this with y'all no more, right? So at the point you physically cut people off, there is still emotional residue. Emotional residue, y'all. So now these next 5 months is really, right, you emotionally purging. But that's good, y'all, right? Because anytime you're able to emotionally get rid of, right, negative emotions are replaced by what? Positive. Everything is yin yang, everything is duality, right? So now, as you erase the negative emotions, right, that you had associated with a lot of the people that you had to release, you are now replacing it with positive energy. So now, right, everything that you've been intentional about can manifest, right? So it's really about you understanding that duality, y'all. Duality. All right. So I'm gonna tell you, 5-month cycle, y'all. So it will be a 5-month cycle exposing hidden emotional truths, right, in your relationships, power dynamics, right? Did you have a whole power struggle going on? All right. Beautiful rising soul family. Hey Zay. All right. So what we gotta understand, y'all, is that it's this relationship switch, power dynamics, trust issues, and control patterns, y'all. The core question Pluto is asking you today, are you in this for love or fear? Are you in this for love or from fear, right? Why have you been in certain relationships in your life, y'all? Is it love or is it fear, right? That has been my relationship with the church. Y'all know I grew up in the church. Stop playing. I love the church. I love the Lord, right? But when my relationship with God became fear-based versus love-based, that's a problem, y'all. That is a problem. If I got to live every day of my life afraid of dying and going to hell, then how am I ever going to be successful? Because your mind is in constant anxiety, right? Constant anxiety and fear of doing something wrong, in fear of not being this, I'm talking about perfect person, right? I am in fear of sinning, right? I am in fear, right? So when your relationship with God is now based in fear versus truth, and truth is what? Love, right? The only truth is love. Fear is the false evidence appearing real, right? False evidence appearing real. There is no truth in fear, right? So when you realize there are certain things in your life that have kept you in fear, right? Whether that's a relationship with your mother or a relationship with your father, right? A relationship with your siblings or your relationship with God, y'all. Anything that is rooted in fear is not of God, all right? So let's talk about it, y'all. All right, key aspects today. 3:54 a.m., the moon already has trine Mercury. Heart and mind is in perfect sync. Your heart and your mind is in perfect sync, y'all, right? This is a prime time for deep, honest relationship conversations. Family, friends, whatever that relationship is, y'all. Relationship isn't just love, right? And that's the thing. Love ain't relationship. And that's the thing. It's too many people that love the Lord but have no relationship, right? It is too many people that have all of this love, right, with no relationship. So now it's time for you to examine these relationships. And are they built on fear or are they built on love, right? That is the energy, y'all. 1051 moon trine Saturn. Brief emotional heaviness, all right? There may be an awkwardness, right, around this afternoon, early morning energy. I'll say about 10:51 to afternoon, because now it's 7:27, right? As you have examined God, 7 is the number of spirituality. 2 is decision making, right? So now as you have begun to examine, right, some of the things that God is showing you, what decisions are you going to make, right? And sometimes those decisions, they aren't hard. I mean, they aren't easy, y'all. Like, they're very difficult, right? But you understand that a lot of the decisions that you should have made that you did not make were the ones that kept you, right, behind the 8 ball, right? It kept you stuck, y'all. It kept you stuck. It kept you in fear, right? Your inability to make decisions is what keeps your life stagnant, because God gives everybody free will, and free will says, I need to make a choice, right? But God is saying, if you don't make the choice, I'm not going to push you. Right? Like, God is not going to two-hand shove your ass into the next reality. It's not going to happen, right? God is going to say, hey, buddy, your spirit guy say, hey, buddy, what are you doing, buddy? Who is buddy, y'all? I don't know. I heard buddy. Hey, buddy, you gonna piss and get off the pot, right? So now you have to understand that you had to make the decisions, y'all. All right. So tonight the moon quincunx Venus, right? It says love feelings get unsettled late tonight. Avoid permanent relationships decisions after dark, right? Many of us have to understand that when you make decisions about your relationship, y'all, out of your emotions and your feelings, that's the worst time, y'all. God ain't in your feelings. God is not in your feelings, y'all. And I feel like that's why so many people, they are uncertain of who God really is, because now when I had that pause, y'all, I saw my grandma in church, y'all. And y'all knew how we grew up in church, y'all. And they be like, oh, I got a quickening, right? But the thing is, y'all, people reduce God to a feeling, right? So then many people were ostracized because they didn't have what? The Holy Ghost, right? They weren't able to, quicken, child. All right. They weren't able to speak in tongues, right? All of that is division, y'all. None of that matters. God is on the inside of you. So at the point you begin to separate people, almost like a damn hierarchy, right, in church, where you got more God than I got. Now, if you ain't got the Holy Ghost, you ain't got God. If you don't know Jesus and the pardon of your sins, you ain't got God. Why do you need all of that, y'all? You don't, right? So at the point people reduce God to a quickening, oh Jesus, right? Now people who don't feel God don't understand that God is all up and through you. God is in that ground. God is in that ocean, right? God is all around you. God is not a feeling. God is an energy, right, that lives on the inside of you. But when you reduce it, right, to certain things, that now it's all about what you feel. Well, guess what? Now when life get hard and you don't feel good, oh, God ain't around now. Oh, it ain't no God to be found, child, because I don't feel good, right? So when you reduce God to a feeling, anytime you don't feel good, now that's God's fault and not yours. That is why so many people have not been able to make decisions about their own healing, because they feel like God did it. God gave me cancer. God done gave me this gout. God done gave me this high blood pressure and this diabetes. Not the fact that you don't exercise, you don't eat right. Right? You don't listen to people. Your stress levels is on 10, right? So at the point people can marginalize God to emotions and feelings, then you do not take responsibility for your own actions. Welcome to the live, y'all. I am the Lady Empath 1111. All right. This is about inner alignment, right? Before you can get to any alignment, child, you got to understand God for yourself, not in the pardon of your sins. That's stupid. God made people in sin. So why in the hell now God got to pardon your sins? That's stupid. God is on the inside of you. And at the point you realize that God ain't had to pardon nothing, your ass just had to stop making the decision. The decision is the sin, dummy. So if you decide to go kill somebody, hell yeah, you sinning. If you decide to go steal and do all of these things that are immoral, God ain't got a part in that. You just got to stop being stupid. Hello. Okay. So back to the message at hand. All right, y'all, the vibe. The moon is in grounded Capricorn, sun in steady Taurus, which equals practical truth-seeking energy all day. Venus in Gemini, y'all, is clashing with Lilith, making communication your greatest love tool right now. If you don't communicate with people, you don't have to. Communicate with God, y'all. When you read astrology, instead of y'all looking at this about people, you got to understand who made the stars and the moon, who made the heavens and the earth, right? So instead of y'all reading astrology as if it's not about you, right? And look at it as your relationship between you and the universe, which is God, then what communication means is that God is going to communicate with you directly about what it is that you need to do. Anytime people can make things about something other than God, they always do. Even astrology, y'all, I don't give a fuck about none of it. I destroy the church and I destroyed the spiritual community. Ain't none of it matter other than God, right? So when you begin to understand that, people read astrology and your ass be over here acting like you can't control it. Oh, it's just retrograde, child. That's why my whole life destroyed. No. Your whole life is destroyed because you got evil ass people around you and you're a nasty person. Oh, it's just my sickle cell flying up. No, your sickle cell ain't flaring up. It's your negative ass energy that is now counter your blood cells, dummy. Let me tell you something, y'all. Every physical symptom in your body flares up when your ass is negative, evil, and you need to make choices and decisions. Right? Why your pressure high? Because you ain't exercising and eating. Stop. Right? So when people can stop making excuses for the decisions, right, that they make, then you take accountability, y'all. And most people don't take accountability for who the fuck they are. Why? Because the devil made me do it. Stop playing, y'all. So at the point now, everything is about the devil. It's still about what? You're not taking accountability. Because ain't no devil. The devil is the people around you who keep you in low vibrational energy. The devil is you when you in low vibrational energy. You done seen yourself start throwing stuff. You have seen yourself turn into a whole monster. What was that? That wasn't the devil. That was your ass because you was pissed off, right? So stop giving things outside of you permission to control you. That's stupid. Welcome to the live, y'all. All right. Use this early morning clarity for important talks. All right, around midday, journal on any relationship fears that are surfacing. That's any relationship, y'all. The relationship with your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your sister, it does not matter. Reflect, all right? Pluto retrograde is here to shake things up. What hidden truth about your love life or relationships that's surfacing for you? Let's get into the energy, y'all. I am the Lady Empath. All right. It's always love over here, y'all. All right. Someone's name is Lauren. All right. Lauren could be significant. All right. I'm also seeing like Jarvis or Jarius. All right. Jarq. All right. It's always love over here, y'all. All right. Let's get into the energy, y'all. I hope y'all are having an amazing day. I am the Lady Empath. 1111. Thank you, y'all, for the super chats, the thanks. Y'all, thank you guys, too, who tuned in last night, y'all. So we had a clearing session last night, a releasing, all right, as the full moon energy has begun to wane. All right, the collective on our Discord, we did a releasing ritual. And in that, you were also provided a guidebook, all right? All of my sessions always come with material. I ain't one one of them people that's just be running their mouth. No, we don't do that over here, right? So when you take a ritual, you do one, you also get your workbook and your journaling, right? So I love it. All right. So if you joined us last night, thank you. All right. Thank you so much, right, for joining us in this releasing ritual. If you need continued support, y'all need to join Discord, y'all. I created a community of support, real-time support, y'all. I'm on Discord. My moderators are on Discord. If you having a rough morning at work, go over there to Discord in guidance and put down what your situation is, right? Ain't nobody reading no comments that's flying up here, y'all. So I'm going to tell you now, if you think I see these comments, you are sadly mistaken. Number one, I need glasses. So half the time, I can't see this shit. The second part is I only look for comments from my moderators. So if it ain't one of my moderators lighting up in blue, I really ain't paying attention. All right. So I say that to say, if you have questions, if you need support, join my Discord. All right. If you put a question on Discord, I will answer you. But if you finna be running questions on my live, it's not gonna get answered, y'all, because I don't see that. All right, y'all. Let's get into the energy. I'm drinking my coffee, y'all. Look, it's still smoking. I love it. Oh, that means it's gonna burn my face, y'all. Shit. Somebody, you still love someone even though y'all hurt each other more than once. It's always love between you and this person. It's something about the moment y'all eyes locked. It's like the moment you saw this person, you knew that they were going to be yours and you would be theirs. It's always been love. Someone could play the guitar. Acoustic guitar could be significant as well. But it was something in the eye contact. Yeah. This, I feel like, is someone. What is this energy? I feel like you're a big advocate. Somebody, you advocate for this person, or this person has advocated for you. Somebody, but this is an ancestor message is what I'm hearing. Like, this is a guide, like one of your spirit guides. I'm seeing like an older lady rocking a baby. Yeah. This is like either somebody, if you had a nanny, because for somebody, I don't even feel like this person is related to you. So either you had a nanny, or even almost like a step grandparent is what I'm hearing God say, because it's not, I don't feel like this person is related to you by blood. Take it how it resonates, right? But whoever this person is, it's like they used to rock you as a baby, and it was something about your eyes. And whoever this spirit guide is, they knew, right, that you were the chosen one in your family, in your lineage. This person is gone. They're not here anymore. I'm seeing heaven. All right. So this person, but it's a miracle. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can hear all obstacles in my... I don't know why I'm hearing that song. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. It's gonna be a bright and such. I don't know if that song is significant, y'all, but I'm literally hearing that song, right? And I'm hearing the race is not given to the swift, but to the one that endures to the end. Somebody, it's your faith. You got to use your faith. Like, your faith is going to allow a miracle to take place in your life. Somebody could have been in politics or had thoughts of being a politician as well. That could be significant. I'm also seeing a White House. All right, I'm seeing a White House, or shit, maybe your ass gonna be the president. I don't damn know, y'all. But I'm hearing God say this, right? Continue to talk about your dreams. Whoever this ancestor is, y'all, they're watching out for you. And the more you speak it out loud, they're actually working with God on your behalf to allow your dreams to come true. Somebody, you are a big dreamer, and you've always had these dreams. Yeah, somebody, it could definitely be in romance, right? It could be in love. It can be in these relationships, right? Because we are talking about relationships. So what you got to realize, y'all, is whatever it is that you desire, that door is open. Somebody, you have angelic support of your ancestors along with God that is preparing this for you. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody, there's a masculine in your energy as well. They're doing a lot of thinking. Somebody could be going to a residency. I'm saying resident or residency. All right. Somebody, you could be in medical school, doctors, when you have to do residencies. That's what I'm hearing. All right. Somebody, it could be therapy, right? It could be therapy, y'all. And I really hate that, y'all. I gotta say this, it's kind of off subject, but not really. I don't like the fact, y'all, that when people start doing well and truly helping the collective masculine and feminine, how people will tear them down, y'all. Me and my cousin Bree were talking about Dr. Cheyenne yesterday, right? Dr. Cheyenne. Now, everybody trying to dispute this woman credentials, y'all. And I'm gonna tell you, a PhD is a doctorate, y'all, right? Just because you're not a medical doctor don't mean that you're not a doctor, right? My doctor is in business. I have a doctorate in business administration, right? I don't go around calling myself Dr. Juwan, though, because that's stupid, right? Like, unless I am in the classroom and teaching as a professor, then ain't nobody got to say all of that. But I will say, right? She has a PhD. Now, I ain't done no research, y'all, because I did hear that the school that she has the PhD from ain't even around no more. That's sus. I'm just going to say that, right? And I am going to tell you this, y'all. Let me tell you, right? I'm going to tell you this. There is no doctorate without a master's degree. Now, if that lady does not have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a PhD, she is not a doctor, y'all. Those them damn schools where you can just go pay for your doctorate, hell no, y'all. I got a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a DB. Stop, y'all, right? And I'm a licensed CPA. If you are going to do stuff, you gotta be able to sustain it. Do not be talking about I was a therapist, but I let my license expire. I cannot go around here calling myself the lady CPA with no fucking license, y'all. That's stupid, right? I don't even work in my firm as much, but I'm still gonna do my CPE and keep my license up, y'all. You give people ammunition to tear your shit down when you do not do right. So I will say this. If she got a bachelor's degree and then went and got a doctorate, then she's not a real doctor, y'all. She's not, right? Those are those schools that you can go to and you pay people for these doctorates, right? You can take some classes. Hell, you might have wrote a dissertation, but no credible school is going to let you go get a doctorate and you ain't got no master's degree. That's stupid. So I will say levels, Rita, all right? It's levels to this. Now, I ain't studied the story, right? But I do hear the controversy. But let me tell you, none of that matters. Let me tell you why. That lady kicked some fucking knowledge. Let's be clear. Dr. Cheyenne be on fucking point, and she's beautiful, her body popping, and people be hating on her ass. I'm gonna give it to you balance, y'all. I ain't never gonna tear another black woman down when she the truth. That damn lady is the truth. When she get Cam Newton ass, all these motherfuckers trying to tear her down because she getting their asses straight. She telling these men that they need to get their shit together. She's looking at these men and telling them having babies with 17 women don't make you a king, stupid. She is defining to real men what kings are. You damn straight they gonna tear her shit down, y'all. You know they are. People don't want damn truth. I'm the motherfucking truth. The only thing is my credentials are real. Keep up on your shit, y'all. Or don't use the fucking credentials. Why? She don't need them. That lady is the truth. So instead of leading with Dr. Cheyenne, if you got a doctorate from a university that ain't even fucking around anymore, just own who the fuck you are. Spit your knowledge and people can't say shit, y'all. That's a message for somebody. Say that. You cannot take her knowledge, y'all. And that lady is knowledgeable about what she be saying, and she's getting these damn men straight. But people will always try to tear you down. So you either got to do it on your own strength or do it on the strength of your credentials. But your credentials better be strong, motherfucker. That's all I'm going to say. If you going to do it on the strength of your credentials, then make sure your credentials can't be disputed. Oh, my Forbes Awards, they can't be disputed. My CPA license, it can't be disputed, y'all, right? My bachelor's, my master's, and my doctorate can't be disputed. I can just pull up the transcripts, right? So I say that to say, do it on the strength of your knowledge right? Or do it on the strength of your authenticity. But you cannot take away that Dr. Cheyenne is kicking fucking knowledge. Oh, anywho, all right, that took me all off subject, y'all. Let's get into the energy. All right, somebody, you got a masculine around you who's thinking a lot about you, y'all. I see a man thinking, Carlos, someone's name could be Carlos, Zion, Santana. Somebody been praying. Yeah, somebody been praying. Your channel song to Zion, Lauren Hill. Someone's name could be Lauren. Your man done grew up, child. Because you know this song is about her son, right? And it says, for unto me a man child would be born. Whoa, this crazy circumstance. All right, somebody, you got a divine masculine that was born into some type of circumstances in their life. All right, something's been going on with their career. But now you're about to experience more joy. It's like somebody is now beginning to open their heart to a relationship. Yeah, I feel like the feminine, you feel like you've been restrained by this entire situation. You feel like you've been out of control. But I'm seeing this, right? You didn't need to be in control, y'all. When we're talking about marriages, when we're talking about relationships, right? For somebody, this is a relationship, y'all. This is about what it is that you truly desire in your heart. There is a masculine that's also been thinking heavily about what it is that they want. They were focusing on their career, but now they're understanding that all of the doors will be open. All right, someone's name could be Pearl, or someone you can have pearls or a pearl necklace. Somebody, your person could have gifted you a necklace, right? But I feel like the feminine in this message, you have been feeling really restricted. Someone, you could be 32 or 23. But I do feel like there's interference, y'all. Yeah, it's interference. You are a beautiful reflection of his grace. And you have great gifts. You are one who create with God. And it's something that you remind people of. Someone's name could be Joy. All right. You remind people. I'm channeling a song, y'all, and I'm just channeling. I got everything going on right now. I'm telling you this, though, right? You are going to experience whatever this joy is on the feminine energy. You have had people around you, y'all, that you needed to release. Remember, we talked about that last night, right? There are a lot of times women, y'all, other women that you keep around you that you do not understand are not there for your highest and greatest good. Thank you, Kyra. Hey, y'all, listen up. Let me take one quick break because I be channeling and I don't always look up. I got 70 people watching and 40 thumbs up. If you are enjoying the content, give the video a thumbs up. Send the little gifts, right? The super chats and the thank you gifts, right? Because that will allow the algorithm to get out. All right, now I'm going to go back in. All right, what I'm hearing is this, right? Doing this releasing session last night, or this is something that you need to do. Many of the collective, we always understand that we want to do these releasing and cord cutting and all of that shit, right? When it comes to relationships with men, right? If you done had this bad relationship with this man child, you done cord cut, you done it all. But what about the relationship with your sister that was sabotaging you? What about the relationship with the person that you thought was your best friend, y'all, that never gave a fuck, right? All you have to understand, y'all, all cords have to be cut. There is a feminine that a lot of your energy, the stagnation, especially in your love life, it's not been your masculine. It's actually been around you. Yeah. Somebody has been around you. It's at least 3 women, y'all. It's at least 3 women. Yeah. And they wanted you to be in your head. Like somebody has been, I'm hearing mind manipulation, right? Like they really wanted you to be in your head about the situation, the love, or whatever. And a lot of times it's easy for us to look at the masculine energies and say, oh, they got third parties. Y'all, everybody has third parties. Everybody. Because the third party ain't got nothing to do with nobody having sex, y'all. A third party is anyone who is interfering in your love life. And many of the collective, because y'all be in these tarot streets, which is what the fuck ever, because I done told y'all, I tear up the spiritual world and the church. I don't give a fuck, right? So what you gotta realize is every time you in this tarot world and your ass be talking about third party, the first thing you go do is talk about the bitch he cheated with. But what about your sister that's telling you to leave him and he ain't doing nothing? right? You be listening to karmic ass messages, y'all. And I'm telling you, until you heal, don't listen to low vibrational stuff, because you are not even able to decipher what's your truth or somebody else's, right? When you are in lower vibrational energy as a collective and you are healing and you begin to listen to these people that be online, I don't care if it's the church pastor or these people in these spiritual streets, your energy is what interprets the message, y'all. It's your energy, right? It's your energy. So when you realize that, that's like reading a text message from somebody, y'all, and you don't know how they meant it, but you receive it like somebody done went the fuck off on you, because that's your energy, right? That's your perception. So even when you in the spiritual community and you want to listen to tarot messages, or you gonna take your ass to church and you gonna listen to the pastor, the message you get is based on what you want to hear. What you want to hear, right? So is it easier for you to believe that this man is cheating on you, dragging you, and all of that, versus working, building a foundation, right? So he can give you a firm offer of commitment, right? Is it easier for you to believe that he's breadcrumbing you, right? I told you, I don't do these fucking terms. It's stupid. If a king is a real king, he is not breadcrumbing you. What he is doing is getting his life in order over there. Why? Because your energy is saying, what you doing? Where we going? When we get married? What you doing? Where we going? Why you ain't took me out? Can we go to the movies? Da-da-da-da-da. He say, whoo, I can't even do what I'm supposed to be doing over here to set the foundation. So guess what happens? Y'all asses go into separation because you can't hold a frequency, queen. Hello. All right. Anywho, why can't you hold a frequency, queen? Because your girlfriend's talking about, dang, he always working. He don't never spend time with you and the kids. But remember when you had that motherfucker that wouldn't work though, right? Now remember when you had that man that would not work, he wouldn't do nothing, right? And they was the same ones that told you to leave him. Girl, you need to leave him because he don't work. He don't never work. He always sitting on your sofa. And then you go find a working man. And then what they say, oh, girl, he worked too much. You need to leave him. Somebody, it's your fucking community. You need to stop talking to dumbass people. They can't help you, y'all. Your channel song is Can't Help Me by her. Silly women. That's what silly women is, y'all. If you want to talk Bible, I'll talk Bible with you. Silly women are the ones that listen to other women who ain't even got no relationship. They ain't married and they're not in union. Silly women. Look, it says you can't help me. It says I'm singing because I'm done screaming. I can't blame you for all my doubts. You can't help me. Somebody, all of your doubts is coming from your friends. Silly women. It say can't help me. Back to the lyrics. I can't blame you for all my doubts. You can't help me. Right? So somebody, whoever you were talking to, silly women, right? And now you want to be looking back talking about, damn, remember that day you went home and you was mad at your husband because you left your mama house and that man really ain't do nothing? That's a message for somebody. That's a message. That man ain't do nothing. That man was working. You went and talked to your girlfriends for a few hours and you came back home pissed off. And then you done fired off a nasty ass text message to him going off. Why? Why, y'all? Somebody. Your person ain't black. All right, somebody call your person black. Mississippi could be significant. Somebody, you got a country boy. Stop playing. This song called Black Leaves, y'all. It says God and cotton. And we got God and cotton. Somebody, I don't know what the hell this song is about, but I'm going to tell you this. We got God and we don't need no cotton. Somebody, you got to let go of this old way of thinking because the fuck we got going on here. All right. So somebody, you got to realize somebody has, oh, thank you, God. Yeah. Somebody has outdated ways of thinking. See this God and cotton on the lyrics of this song, y'all. It says we got grits and glory. Somebody, you got an old-fashioned ass family and you need to stop listening to these motherfuckers. That's all this is, y'all. Somebody, you got to learn your own lessons, right? You going off of old mentality. You going to your mama to ask her for advice and she could never keep a man. Somebody, whoever these people are, they're keeping in your head, and it's your in your root chakra. Like I'm seeing somebody's root chakra in the reverse. Yeah, yeah, and you be tired a lot. See, when people prey on your root chakra, y'all, they prey on your insecurities. They do, right? Your root chakra is your foundation, y'all, right? So when you find certain people around you, what they're doing is preying on your foundation. Root chakra imbalances, y'all, come as addictions, drinking too much, partying too much, hanging out, right? Yes, the song is called Black Leaves by Kirby, Kirby. Yeah. And I feel like this is the second part, y'all, because another song just came on and it's 7:57. All right, 7 is spirituality, 5 is change. See, this is something else. For you, the feminine here, right? You in your head because of the people around you and they fucking up your foundation. You dealing with a masculine, though. Your song is, I didn't mean to fall in love. Stop playing. It says it's hard. It's hard. Emotions, right? Somebody, your person they didn't even mean to fall in love with you. You literally stole this person's heart. It says, because I didn't mean to, right? Like your person didn't even mean to fall in love. Yep. So now y'all fighting a battle, y'all. Like y'all fighting a battle. This is somebody's family, y'all. This could be your family and their family, y'all. Like, yeah, hold on, y'all. Let's see what this energy is, y'all. All right, let's see. I got happy family in the reverse, community in the reverse, y'all. I feel like there's been a lot of there's been a lot of magic. Damn, I hate to say that, but yeah, the magician in the mirror with the gate in the garden in reverse. Yeah. And it's been over this masculine's finances. Y'all stop playing. I got the man and woman both holding a coin. Stop playing, y'all. Man holding a coin and woman holding a coin. Somebody, this is your relationship. It is, right? But there's been some type of protection. Somebody was trying to. I heard test your walls of protection. Yeah. Door to value. I telling you, y'all. And they were playing on your anxiety as the feminine. Somebody wanted you to walk away, but you had to listen to God, y'all. Your third eye. Like somebody, you had to listen to God. And you had to begin to heal as the feminine because you begin to get a lot of anxiety, y'all. Like I'm seeing somebody biting your fingernails, you pulling your hair, like somebody you be twisting your hair, or somebody you be doing like this all the time, right? I'm seeing somebody really anxious and really absolutely considering walking away. And this is considering walking away from like your husband or your divine partner. This ain't no karmic. Like you were considering walking away from your person, y'all. But God was teaching you how to listen to your third eye, right? It was never about these people, right? Whoever these people were, a lot of it is confusion magic, y'all. It's confusion magic because you and this man are the same, y'all. The man and woman holding a coin with door to value. It's like whatever it is y'all birthing, it's going to be valuable, y'all. Like whatever you and your person is birthing, this is your person, y'all. It absolutely is. But whoever these people were, they were keeping you, the feminine energy here, stuck. Yeah. So I feel like you got a masculine in your energy, y'all. Somebody, you got a masculine in your energy that's been thinking a lot about romance and about what it is that they truly desire. I'm hearing for this message overall is that you got to be able to watch the people around you, y'all. You got to be able to watch the people around you because a lot of times, remember, y'all, we're talking about that karmic clearing, right? So as you are now clearing out the karmic residue, it's at the point you see people that you release them, right? But that does not mean that you have released the emotional tie. And let me tell you, right, how you know you haven't released the emotional tie is you still be wanting to know what they're doing. You still want to know if God gonna get them, right? You still want to know if they gonna get karma, right? You still might look at them on Facebook or see them. There's still an emotional tie, y'all. It is. If you can think about somebody and you still get pissed off, that's an emotional tie, right? If you can look at somebody and you cry, if you still feel any type of emotion that is not balanced, right? So if it's a high emotion or a low emotion, then that means that you still have an emotional attachment. Don't mean you want the person, don't mean you won't ever be around them again. It simply means that at the point you cut the physical relationship off, you still have to be mindful to cut the energetic cord. That's all that means, y'all. That's all it means. And nobody taught y'all that. Nobody told you that if you've been around your mama your whole life and you decide to cut them off, that there is still going to be an emotional tie until you walk the fuck away. Y'all, I had a call yesterday. Well, I had an Instagram live on my business page. All right, make sure y'all follow my business, The Lady CPA, on Instagram. All right, The Lady CPA on Instagram. So I did a live, y'all, yesterday. I'm speaking at a conference next weekend called Say Yes to You and Your Business, all right, in Tampa. And we were on the IG live, y'all, in the European, I call it European lady, y'all, because we got to know. I love Pearl. All right, Pearl's white lady. Pearl cut her mama off, y'all. Pearl is probably, I would say maybe probably mid to late 50s. All right, I would say, right? And she said, I divorced my mom 3 years ago. Right? She said, I divorced my mom 3 years ago. I said, what, Pearl? She said, yes. And she said, I set clear boundaries. She said, my mama having surgery. And I told her I will be at the hospital, right? I will be there at the hospital. I will make sure you get from the hospital to the rehabilitation center, because you can't stay at my house because you have crossed boundaries. Right? You have crossed so many boundaries that I now do not even feel comfortable with you in my house. That's real, y'all. That's some real G shit. That's some shit I do. Absolutely. Right? Because at some point, y'all, you cannot allow people to keep crossing boundaries and fucking up your peace just because it's your mama. Don't nobody care. Y'all, Pearl say, I divorced my mama 3 years ago, but she got to have surgery. But guess what? She loves herself more. Y'all, your channel song is self-love. All right, somebody, your name Jason, Nevaeh, could be significant, right? Self-love. At the point you love yourself more than others, you don't have a problem cutting people off. You don't. If your mother, your father, your sister, cousin, brother, anybody disturbs your peace, then they deserve to get cut off, y'all. I don't keep people around. That's stupid, y'all. That's stupid, right? Because when you know your value, then you know that being around low vibrational people, it diminishes your value, y'all. It diminishes your value. I love it. Dominique, see, I be calling names, y'all. I love it, right? Sometimes you gotta walk away, y'all. Shoot, Pearl say I divorced my mama 3 years ago, and she having surgery. But guess what? She can't come here. All right? That's real, y'all. Why would I want somebody in my house that don't like me, right? That don't want to be around you, ain't never got nothing positive to say. Nobody needs those people around, y'all. So somebody, you're beginning to see that you love yourself more than others, and that's beautiful, y'all. Somebody, your throat chakra been blocked by these people, and now you're getting a new beginning. People tried to silence you. Yeah. People tried to silence you. This could even be in your relationship, y'all. Maybe you're dealing with a masculine whose throat chakra has been blocked, y'all, but the sun is here. So I do feel like there's healing coming to the collective's throat chakra. Yeah, because now guess what? The root chakra is in the upright. Remember, the root chakra came out in the reverse at first. Now we got the root chakra here in the upright. Why? Because as a collective begins to build your own foundations, you're not concerned with the opinions of others, y'all. Simple. You're not. Right? When you understand who you are, you also understand your value. The only reason you keep people around in your life is because you don't know your own value. You are still holding true to the value of what? Your Bible that say, honor your mother and your father so your days will be long. I am pretty sure that is not what that meant. It's not what that meant, y'all. Why in the world would you keep somebody around who is dishonoring you? God ain't never told you to go honoring people just because that's your mama and your father. Because guess what? Some people's mothers and fathers have abused them. Some people's mothers and fathers should die and go straight to hell, y'all. So why in the hell would a Bible tell you to honor an abuser? Why in the hell? That's stupid, y'all. But then y'all be listening to dumb shit. And I'm trying to get your ass free. Why? Because your channel song is finally free. Somebody, your name Rose, India, Indigo. Yeah. Finally free, y'all. Somebody, you are finally free. And now you understand, right, that you can move forward, right? Move forward, right? Block. I just for the strength of I don't like whatever this is. Let me see one more comment, y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all to block somebody. Hold off a minute, because I'm reading the energy. But when I tell you to block them, or I might block them a damn self. Yeah, I ain't got time for that. I read that. Yep. Hold on. There we go. All right, y'all. Kick them right on out of there. Right on out of there. Don't tell me to be careful with my words. This is my shit. Right? I don't know who that was, but I read that energy real quick. So don't play with me. Don't play. Oh, I read for real. Okay? I read your energy in a fucking comment. The comment might not have said, but I know what the fuck you said. Anywho, all right, somebody, you're finally free. Yeah. Somebody, you are finally free. All right? Yeah. Action. Stop playing, y'all. See, action wanted to come out in the reverse, right? But then guess what? It came out in the upright, right? Let me tell you, action, y'all. It's your actions, right? And people are trying to stop you and your actions from moving forward, right? Moving forward. And now, guess what? It don't work. Whatever it is, it don't work, right? So somebody, now things are going to begin to move forward in your life. Stop playing, y'all. Caring connection. That was a real hater, y'all. I don't know who the fuck that is. A hater. All right, it's a real hater. Why? Because we got caring connections that just fell on the floor, y'all. Right? Caring connections. Yes. Yep. That right there, Rita. See, that's why people be going and asking later. Don't ever email me asking me why you get kicked out of my live, y'all. Like they do. They be emailing me. Why did I get silenced? Because you're a fucking hater, y'all. Why would you listen to somebody and hey, just click your fuck ass off? The fuck, y'all? It's simple, bitch. It's called scroll up. All right? Caring connections, y'all. All right, so somebody you have a caring connection, and now this connection can move forward, y'all, because now you're no longer listening to dumbass friends. That's somebody's dumbass friend, y'all. I bet it is. It ain't mine. I don't know who that bitch is, right? But I'm gonna tell you this. That's somebody who has interfered in other people's relationships, y'all. And at the point somebody say, you know what, bitch, you a hater, right? Guess what? Her friends cut her ass off, y'all. And now whoever her friend is, oh, you got a caring connection, y'all. All right, caring connections and action. Something is moving forward. All right, let's get to the next message, y'all. Welcome to the live, y'all. I am the Lady Empath, 1111. 1111, y'all. I hope y'all are having an amazing day, y'all. The thing is, the reason I like trolls, y'all, they ain't got no channel. Because if they had a channel, y'all, they would be live on their shit. That's why it's so funny, y'all. Like, I love trolls, y'all. Because who has that time? Bitch, that means you ain't got no job. Because why you in somebody's comments, y'all? So I just find it hilarious, y'all. That's the only reason I entertain it, y'all. Because, you know, I'm going to teach you and I'm going to make sure you get a lesson out of everything, right? And what you got to understand, y'all, is that these people be trolls. They ain't got shit else to do. I'm somebody, y'all, if I go on TikTok, right? If I go on YouTube and I don't like what somebody's saying, why do you feel the need to say something? Why are you so bothered, y'all? It's always a why, right? And you have to ask yourself, what is the why behind these people? Other than the fact that they lonely, they miserable ass people, because who has that time, y'all? If you got a real job, you ain't got time to get in nobody comments. You know how much bullshit we see online? What we do, y'all? Keep scrolling. All right? So I always tell you that, y'all. These people, they be trolls, y'all. They be trolls. And that's the crazy thing. And then they be mad when you be right because you be talking about their asses. Because they the meddling sisters and mamas and cousins them, y'all. No channel, 7 followers. Thank you, Alara. Look, she said, look, damn Skippy, y'all. I'm talking about it. No channel, no followers. But then your ass coming over here trying to troll somebody. If you had a message, people would listen to you. Sorry, but not. Hold on, y'all. Let's get to the next message, y'all. All right, somebody, your passion is going to be restored. All right, the passion is going to be restored. I'm hearing a career reading. All right, y'all, let's get to this career reading because your channel song is The Passion by Lauryn Hill. All right, your passion for what it is that you do is going to be restored. Somebody, Maybe you let the trolls get to you. All right. Now I hope y'all ain't let the trolls get to you now. Somebody you passionate about something. You got to go on and do it. Don't let these people fuck up your stuff, y'all. All right. Hold on. Let me get to this career reading, y'all. All right, y'all. Don't let people deter you. Somebody, you got a passion for something is what I'm hearing God say. All right, the passion. But you got to make sure that you doing it and you stand on it, y'all. Don't let people fuck up the stuff that y'all are passionate about. All right, let's get into this career reading. All right, career reading. If you want a message about your career and what it is that you need to know most, let's tap in, y'all. Tap, tap, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Oh, child. All right, y'all. Let's get into the energy. Where's my career deck? All right, y'all. Yeah, somebody you might have to go on and take the risk. All right. Hey, y'all. Make sure you join us on my Discord. All right. That is why I created Discord, y'all. You know we always gonna have trollers in the comments, y'all, because they just crazy anyway. But it's okay. All right. The trolls gonna come. It don't matter. We ain't never care about no bully, child. We don't do bullies over here. We press charges. Stop playing, and we do that shit in the spirit. We don't fight bullies, y'all. We don't care. I tell my kids that all the time. When my kids come home, talking about somebody bullying them because my kids privileged. Shit. Of course they are. They got a hard-working ass mama, right? So I tell you that. When my kids be talking about, oh, mom, I got bullies. Now, you know my kids, hey, we still don't play now. I grew up in the hood, okay? But I be telling them, don't worry about that. I was like, I'll just go press charges. Right? You think you gonna threaten my kid at school? I'm that mama. We don't fight no more. We got too much money and I got assets. You won't sue me? So I be telling my kids, don't go to that school fighting because your mama got shit, right? But I don't have no problem going to press charges on a bully. And if it's your child, they going to jail. I'm telling you not. If your child bully my child, if you threaten my child, you're going to jail, right? I told my kids that yesterday. It's the same thing in these spiritual streets, y'all. Don't nobody care about bullies. I could give a fuck, y'all. I could give a fuck about a bully. Because my spiritual police lock their asses up. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into the energy. All right. Somebody, the passion is going to be restored in your career. All right. Yeah, winning, y'all. I love it. It says, don't spend everything at once, though. Somebody, you may win money, child. That thing says sooner or later, luck comes to everyone. All right, somebody, you better go buy a scratch-off, child, a lottery ticket or something, child. Yeah, fast changes, y'all. Fast changes in alchemy. All right, somebody, you better have a change in job. It's going to allow you to be more financially independent so that you don't have to depend on others, y'all. Yeah, it says money, and you're going to be able to manage the money yourself is what I'm hearing God say. Y'all, it's too many people, right, where you get good jobs and all of this stuff, or even if you get a windfall of money, right? Let's say you win the lottery or you just get, a bonus or something at work, y'all. You want to be able to manage the money so that it allows you to be more independent. Somebody, you are a master alchemist and you are able to transform situations. So there is going to be some type of fast change when it comes to your career. Yeah, somebody, again, you could just be winning money here, right? But yeah, all right, let's see career. What else do we need to know? All right, about career. Let's see. All right, shit me. I'm talking about it, y'all. Y'all, the devil and the Seven of Pentacles. When I say you are putting in the work, somebody, you have obsessively worked on something. Your passion is coming back, or you are already passionate about this. Y'all stop playing. It's that your channel song is the passion. And right, and we're doing a career reading, y'all. The devil and the Seven of Pentacles, yeah. When you follow what it is that you are truly passionate about, it's going to pay off. Y'all, somebody, you finna win big. But when you are working in jobs or businesses or a career field that you are not passionate about, y'all, you can't grow something that you don't want. You can't excel in something that you don't want, right? So whether it's your business or your career, whatever it is, New York could be significant, Morgan, all right, James could be significant as well, all right? But it's like somebody, you have a New York state of mind. But wherever you are, it's almost like somebody, you in a small town, but you a big thinker, right? You a big thinker, you got big pictures or big visions for yourself, right? But you could be like in a small town. What I'm hearing God say is this: whatever it is that you're very passionate about, as long as you put the work in, it's gonna work. Somebody, you are a master alchemist. I got alchemy, the devil in the seven of pentacles. Stop playing, right? So whatever it is that you put your mind to, it is gonna pay off. It absolutely is, y'all. Right? You may feel like you're stuck in a cycle right now, but it's your passion. It's like God is saying, rediscover who you are. Rediscover what it is that you're passionate about. Pour into it and then watch it pay off. Yeah. Somebody, you got a business. This could be for a masculine, or this could be a feminine who works primarily with masculine energies. But it's something here about healing or helping people who have been emotionally abused, but men. Like I'm saying, a King of Cups in reverse. So this is like advice, but it's like giving advice to men who have been in some type of emotional abusive situations like PTSD or veterans. I'm hearing like the VA hospital or vets or something like that, y'all. But it's Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You're going to help people overcome their fears and bring them some type of justice. This could also be a career in court. Communication, communication, y'all. The Knight of Swords with the Four of Cups, when people aren't happy, right? And they do not see how they can get out of a situation, y'all. So somebody, you're some type of advocate, or I'm hearing mediator as well with the Justice card, arbitrator, right? On behalf of men, though, who have been emotionally, okay. For example, y'all, you know how when you're going through custody hearings and stuff, right? And you have to go to like an arbitrator or a mediator before you go into the custody, right? But you're going to be somebody who works on the man side, right? Because I got the King of Cups in reverse. So this is helping a man see the deception, right? Or aiding them in some type of way in the justice system, all right? That's a career for somebody. Or this could be therapy or some type of communication. It's going to bring you a lot of money, y'all. Ace of Pentacles is here, right? So it is going to bring a lot of money, a lot of abundance, right, to you at this time, all right? No fear, all right? No fear. Yeah, you're going to help people who feel like they over it, make better decisions. Two of Wands, beautiful. Yeah, Two of Pentacles in reverse. People who feel like their life is stagnant and not moving, but they're recovering from financial losses. Five of Pentacles, so that they can move forward, right? Even though they had obstacles in their destiny. Yeah, you're going to teach people how to be better leaders. King of Wands. I love that. All right, somebody's celibacy. Damn, okay. Somebody, your channel song is Celibacy Blues. All right, so you could have some type of career, right, where you're teaching people about abstinence possibly. And let me tell you, y'all, again, if you teach your kids why they should be abstinent and why they should be celibate, it's great, y'all. But if you just telling a child that you're going to die and go to hell if you fornicate, them damn kids don't care nothing about that, y'all. Stop playing. Kids did not grow up with this fear. Kids are no longer scared, y'all, right? So if you gonna tell your child, you better not be having sex because you gonna die and go to hell, that damn kid gonna laugh at you, y'all. And that's why it's so many kids out here that are sexually active when they should not be. It's because you don't know how to talk to your kids about their energy versus telling somebody, oh, it's bad and you gonna go to hell. Don't nobody care about that. These kids are fearless. I tell my kids, yes, you should be celibate. No, you should not be active. Why? Because this is your energy. And every time you share your body with someone, now you're letting their energy, whatever that is, they trauma, they crazy household, they crazy family. Now you may actually get impregnated by a crazy person. That's how I explain it to my kids, y'all. It ain't got shit to do with dying and going to hell. It's the fact that your body is your temple and you don't know who this little boy been with. This is how I talk to my baby. She's 17. You don't know who this little boy been with, right? So do you really want him on you in your temple? You don't know him like that, right? My baby be like, ew, no, exactly. Same thing with my son. Shit, my son, 19. Sir, you don't know who her cat been on, okay? Now, do you want to be in that? Are you sure that's what you want? Now, are you willing to have a baby with her? If you do that, my son be like, no, ma, then don't do it. Simple. Simple, y'all. You got to teach people what the results, right, could be of their actions. Not don't do it because you're going to die and go to hell. That's stupid. Kids these days don't believe that shit because it's fear mongering. And the only reason you believe it is because your ass was scared of dying and going to hell. Don't nobody care about that shit. Your ass is in hell every day. Y'all talking to kids that come from abusive homes and you telling them they gonna die and go to hell when they've lived in hell all day life. Them kids don't care nothing about what y'all saying, which is why kids don't go to church no more. Children ain't trying to go to church for you to tell them that they gonna die and go to hell every other day, and them kids got to go to their abusive ass mama, their abusive ass daddy, and they in hell every day, and then you think they scared about what the fuck you saying? That's stupid. Goddamn kids don't care about that. Oh, but y'all privileged or some shit. Y'all, I guess all y'all just grew up real. It's just wonderful and shit. Hell yeah, every day. Every day, y'all. It's some people that go home to that shit every day. And if you over here thinking that these kids that showing up in the street fighting got good homes, why y'all think they out there in the streets fighting, y'all? Now everybody want to trend and put on Facebook all of these fights with these kids. Half the damn time they mamas be out there fighting too. The fuck? Right? So when you realize that all of these people are broken, then you will stop using it as entertainment and look at it as lessons of a broken culture and society, because we're not teaching people how to love themselves. People don't even value human life, right? People don't value human life. They be threatening kids like it ain't nothing, bringing stuff to school. Y'all know they bring weapons and stuff to school. It's like they have no respect for human existence, but people don't. Y'all rather talk about somebody reading cards on YouTube, right? Other than looking at your goddamn kids and figuring out why they don't give a fuck about what you say to them every day, dummy. Hey, love. Hey, Deja. I be talking shit, and then one of y'all will pop up and say, hey, lady. Hey, child. All right. So somebody, your career, all right, career. You do have a career in advising, all right, men, helping them, right? And it's about your passion. All right, let's get one more career reading, y'all, and then I'll go to the next general. I'm out of here, y'all, at about 9:15. I got work to do today. All right, got financials to get out to my own damn clients, y'all. All right, I hope y'all are having an amazing day. If you are new to my live, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. All right, typically we are live on TikTok. I got to decide if I'm going to switch it back up next week or if I'm going to stay here. All right, typically I go live on TikTok, but this week we on YouTube. All right, and depend, I'm gonna let the moderators decide. Hell, I'll let y'all decide. Y'all the one got to block these motherfuckers. So I don't know if it's better for y'all over here on YouTube or TikTok. Y'all, all of them haters. Ha! All right, let's get into the next career message. All right, where do we go from here? All right, somebody, you could be in between jobs right now. All right, where do we go from here? All right, I got investments. All right, somebody, you could get into investments. Now, I'm going to tell you, with the economy the way that it is now, right, it is good. It's a good time to start studying investments, but you don't want to. And it is a good time to put the money in because the market is horrible, right? It's horrible, right? So it is a good time to put the money in if you have the money. But if you don't have the money, it's a good time to study. Now, I will say you want to go ahead and start funding your investment, even if you don't know what you want to invest in, y'all. Any investment account that you have, you can start putting money into it, even if you don't know, right, where you want to invest it, meaning what companies you want to invest in. If you have the money, put it into your investment account, holding there until you are able to invest it, right? But whatever this is, somebody, you could definitely have a career in investments. All right. Wise investments. This could even be property. All right. Celebration. Somebody, you could be a party planner. It says kick off the party. All right. Somebody, you could be a party planning. Yeah. Celebration, event planner. What is this energy? Yeah, that's gonna work, y'all. All right. So whoever's considering being an event planner, that's gonna work. Yeah, money matters. Remember, we talked about this the other day, y'all, where there is someone who's supposed to be an event planner, but it's a cost-cutting planner, right? Like it's not necessarily that you plan it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, right? But it is about cost cutting. That's out here again. Yeah, it says expense, save, cost cutting. Yeah. Cost cutting. So it's like you plan these celebrations for people, and let's say they say, okay, well, I got a $40,000 budget, right? You say, okay, well, I can do it for 25, right? But the other is yours, right? But it has to, you gotta look right now, y'all. But that's what it is. It's like your business model, right? Your business model is one that will allow your fee to be built in. How you know that, bitch? Because I'm a CPA. I've owned my firm for 19 years and I've been in Forbes 3 times. I know business. Hello, clearly I do, right? So somebody, I'm telling you, right? Build your fee into their budget. The reason people cannot pay you is because they don't have a budget, y'all. Most people ain't got no damn budget for you as an expense, but they do have a budget for whatever the hell they doing. So all you got to do is say, oh, your budget is 40,000. Okay, well, I can do it for 30. That 10 is yours. All right. Somebody, you need to build your fee structure like that. You want somebody to give you a $40,000 budget and then pay you 10%, 4,000 or 20%, whatever. Ain't nobody got that in this economy, right? So you want to look at the person's budget, right? And then say, oh, okay, whatever it is. All right. So that's somebody's business. All right. Event planning. All right. All right, spiritual work. All right, somebody, you got a spiritual business. All right, spiritual work. All right, spiritual work. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all catch me up later. All right, spiritual work. It says open your heart to a spiritual career and heal the human heart. All right, somebody, yeah, you're going to teach people how to have new beginnings. All right, through new beginnings through a spiritual practice. All right, you really are going to become an authority figure on whatever this is. Hold on, y'all. Let me grab my other deck. Yeah, hold on. What career is this? This is a spiritual work career. All right, what is this spiritual? All right, what is this spiritual work career? What is this spiritual work career? All right, we got, soul. I heard soul retrieval. Or past life regression. All right, so somebody, you are either someone that helps people restore themselves, soul retrieval. That's what that is, y'all. It's saying, okay, I'm going to go back and analyze, right? At what point I became the most fragmented. It's like regression sessions, right? So whatever it is, right, you have to be able to understand how to slow down. I love it. Slow down. Is Your Channel song by Skip Marley. So whoever this is, it's like your spiritual practice is teaching people how to slow down, right, in life. Go back and look at their journey from birth to evolution so that they can have some type of new beginning, right, and restore their confidence. Soul recovery. Soul recovery is what I'm hearing a lot. Yeah, soul recovery. Yeah, your heart is calling, y'all. That's in somebody's heart. It says your heart is calling. Your heart knows the way. Trust is calling, for it resonates with the rhythm of your destiny. And I'm telling you, y'all, we're talking about career. So whatever career it is that you want, your heart is always going to call you towards that. All right. You are a radiant beacon of light and love. All right. Trust that you have the strength within you to rise above any challenge. You got the strength in you, y'all. You have, right? The strength in you, right? To rise above any situation. All right. You got the strength. All right. Let's get to the next general reading. All right. What time is 8:29? Awesome. All right. So we got two, shaman is at the bottom of the deck. All right. We got the shaman at the bottom of the deck. All right. Let's see the next message. We'll do this one as a general. See what comes out, child. We're going to see what comes out. All right, y'all. Let's get into the energy. If you are new to the live, welcome. I am the Lady Empath 1111. It's all love and light over here, y'all. All right. Please join us on Discord. All right. Join us on Discord, y'all. That is where the after party is. All right. The collective. All right. We are on Discord. That is where we provide additional support. Good times, fun, recipes, book club, divine masculine pages. Like, we have built out Discord to be a community, right, of like-minded people. Because you know when we come up on here, it's the trolls, y'all. You know they got to troll you and shit, right? So nobody cares because they don't have their own community, right? So go over to Discord, all right? Go over to Discord, right? Join Discord, all right? Follow us over there, y'all. Alexis, why in the hell would you ever question that? And the thing is, right? The thing is, I don't even read comments, and I just looked up and saw that was my Alexis. Alexis, I was just questioning quitting the shamanic journey. Alexis, schedule a session with me and don't pay for it. Let's talk about it. You come to a lot of my stuff. No, Alexis, we still got don't we still got life coaching sessions to do? Alexis, I ain't trying to hear that. You need to schedule your next session. I just thought about that. All right. All right, y'all. All right, let's get into the next message, y'all. Hey, guys, if you are unsure, if you are unsure about your journey, y'all, if you are having doubts, if you just need help, y'all, I'm a life coach, right? So schedule your life coaching sessions, y'all. I offer 3 sessions for $250. It's 3 1-hour sessions. You can break them up at any way you want. We talk about career. We talk about your life path. We talk about your spiritual journey. We talk about love. We talk about whatever you want, y'all. So if you need that support, y'all, that's what I'm here for. I ain't just a tarot reader on damn YouTube. People stupid, right? Everybody has their own platform for what it is that they do, right? So unfortunately, some people are just tarot readers on YouTube, right? But I'm a life coach, y'all. I'm a spiritual guy, right? I help people for a fucking living and get paid for it, like for real. All right. Let's get into this next message, all right, for the collective. I Swear by Lettucey is your channel song. Ooh, what is this, child? Whew, I swear, child. Somebody, you feel like you're making a sacrifice for something, but God says it's worth it. Because you're finna get a brand new purpose and a brand new life, y'all. Yeah. Somebody, you feel like you're making a lot of sacrifices. And maybe you didn't even picture life the way it is right now. A lot of times in some areas, you do feel like you are complete, right? But a lot of times you still are questioning the journey, is what I'm hearing. You got to make the sacrifice because it's going to be worth it, right? Whatever it is, right? You got to make the sacrifice, right? For whatever. Because somebody like, man, I swear. Like, that's what I'm hearing somebody say, like, man, I swear, right? Like, it's always something, right? It's always something. It is, y'all. As long as you show up in this world every day, it's going to be something. But it's how you deal with that something, right? It's how you deal with it. So whatever it is, you have to deal with it in a way that is the least disruptive to your nervous system. That's what I heard, y'all. You got to do it in a way that is least disruptive to your nervous system. Y'all, I just realized I never plugged my phone in. My shit gonna be about dead when I get off. Oh, try that shit on 41%. I would have been mad if I got off here, my damn phone dead. All right, y'all, let's get into this next energy. Yeah, somebody, you could be confused. I don't know. It's this confusion energy. All right, let's get into it, y'all. I hope y'all are having a beautiful day. All right, I hope y'all are having a beautiful day. All right, moderators, can y'all hop in Discord after and let me know as far as the lives, right? If we're going to stay here on YouTube, if we're going to go back to TikTok, if we're going to split it up, let me know. Because, again, y'all the moderators. I don't care what we do. The stats are about the same, and people are annoying everywhere. All right, so let me know. All right, what y'all think. All right, let's get into the energy, y'all. All right, let's get into the energy. All right, somebody, you could be in separation. That's what this energy is. Yeah, I got separation coming out first. All right, so somebody, you could be in separation. Somebody wants to come visit you, or you want to go visit your person, y'all. I don't know. Somebody, you finna get an unexpected visit, though. Yeah, there's been a lot of silence and distance between you and somebody. Yeah, this could be somebody's family, right? Or this could be somebody who wants a family with you. Take it how it resonates, y'all. But family is out here. Somebody, I feel like this is somebody who wants to, yeah. Somebody wants to build a family with you. You've been in separation with this person. You're going to have an unexpected visit or phone call, right? Somebody might be riding by the house, y'all. Yeah. Somebody wants to build a foundation. They want to start a family, y'all. That shit's kind of beautiful, y'all. What is this energy? Yeah, this person admires you a lot, y'all. You've inspired them. There's a lot of songs flowing between you and this person. Whoever this message is for, this is a telepathic love. Y'all have a very strong emotional bond. This person has really been inspired by you. They admire you. They really do. Yeah. Something's going on in the dream state, y'all. So somebody, you got a counterpart here, y'all. This is a counterpart. It's a lot of spiritual activity that's taking place between you and this person. I'm talking about signs. I'm talking about synchronicities, y'all. I'm talking about downloads, confirmations. Like somebody, it's going on. It's going on in the 5D between you and this person, child. It's going. Look, it's going down in the 5D, okay? Because I'm talking about songs, telepathic love, visiting you, the spirit world, receiving downloads is out here twice, child, and confirmations, all right? So there's a lot of psychic activity going on at this point between you and somebody. Girl, stop playing. That thing say commitment, y'all. I ain't got but 6 cards out, and it is beautiful. That thing say separation, visit, family, admire, dreams, and commitment. Hello. All right, somebody, you got a soulmate here. Soulmate. Somebody wants long-term happiness, sharing goals, right? Marriage. All right, yeah. Somebody, this your damn person. All right, what else do we need to know? I'm loving this. Somebody, you ain't got to cry no more. All right, no more crying. Yeah, I told you, confused. This was the card I saw at the bottom of the deck when I started, y'all. Somebody, you were confused, but maybe you're confused by this person's silence. Somebody, you ready to be done with this shit. You be like, damn, I'm just gonna run away. Like, I ain't even got no more time for this. Yeah, but that's a facade. All right, that is a mask. That's the facade. You can't go nowhere, right? You can't. But what I feel like you are also learning is that you can't please people, right? Somebody, this message is for somebody who's a people pleaser, right? And maybe you felt like you were doing, it's like, dang, well, I'm here, I'm showing up, I'm doing what I can to help facilitate this relationship to move forward, right? But that's not what it's about. If you're talking about a soul connection, right, it's nothing you could do. It's nothing you could do to facilitate somebody else's growth, y'all. Nothing, right? So what you have to realize is that when you begin to do certain things to try to navigate the outcome or the timeline of your relationship, that's actually counterproductive to what God's trying to do. Let's say that your person is healing, right? But now you over here saying, okay, well, let me do this and let me help this and let me do this, right? And then you feel like it's going to speed up the process. But that's not going to teach the person the lesson, y'all. The process is because of the lesson. Right? The process is because of the lesson. So a lot of times it's like you want to speed up the process, but in speeding up the process, the person isn't learning the lessons, right? So at the point you begin to understand that everything is a process, right? You don't have to please people. You ain't got to do shit for somebody to love you, y'all. You don't have to do nothing for someone to love you. It's the fact that most people are taught love transactionally. And now you feel like if I give to this person, if I do things for their birthday, if I send them cards, let me tell you, y'all. If you sit down, and I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing. I don't know why I'm seeing this. If you sit down and you are one of them damn people, y'all, that send out 17,000 holiday cards to people that never respond, why? Why you wasting stamps? Why? Right? You got to understand the underlying energy to behavior, right? The underlying energy to behavior. If you are somebody that you going out your way to make sure everybody good, why? I'm just asking the question, right? Why? Right? What are you getting out of it? Because if you're not getting anything out of it, and then at the end you tired and you feel used, then why? Because there's nothing wrong with giving out of the kindness of your heart as long as you don't expect shit in return. But if you were giving and now you ain't getting nothing in return and now your ass is burnt out, then what's your why, right? So somebody, you're confused because I feel like you went into this, right, trying to kind of, help move things along, y'all. What does that look like? If you are dealing with somebody and they going through shit with their family and all you want to do is keep telling them that their family this and their family that, because once this person can see their family, then y'all can be together. They ain't learning the lesson because you trying to teach it to them, right? Instead of you backing back. If you feel like your person isn't avoiding and your ass, you sending them every time a YouTube message about that, you're not helping them. You're pointing the finger at them, right? You want them to see themselves so that if they see themselves, they can heal and then y'all can be together. That's not how that works. That's stupid. Right? Because all you're trying to do is speed up somebody else's healing process to benefit you. And if you were trying to get somebody to heal just so you can be happy with them, then that ain't what it's meant to do anyway, y'all. That's not what divine union is. That's not what soul contracts are about. You supposed to be focusing on your healing. If somebody is your person, they gonna do the work regardless, right? So as long as you focusing on you, then you should never be focusing on them. Yeah. This could be a past life connection, or you could have children with this person. Somebody could have a lot of responsibilities too, or somebody just needed to grow up, y'all, with children out here. All right, maybe your person needed some more time to grow up. Maybe somebody has their own responsibilities, y'all, because let me tell you, if you were dealing with a masculine who has children, real kings, they take care of their kids, y'all. We won't talk about peasants. I don't know no peasants, y'all. I don't know peasants, right? Real kings who have children, they take care of their responsibility. So this could be somebody who doing this separation, they've really been doing what it is that they needed to do. And if a man has responsibilities like children, right, they got to be there for their children. They can't be over here talking about, oh my God, I need to be over here with the collective. No, they need to be over there with their children. Right? So a lot of times you do not even understand the process that a real man is going through in the background because you used to dealing with peasants. Peasants don't take care of their kids. So they can be at your house every day with their damn feet on your coffee table. Right? Peasants who don't take care of their kids can be at your house every day eating up your cereal. Right? I'm saying, what was Tyrese's name, y'all, and baby boy? JoJo, whatever his name is, right? He can be at your damn house kicked up playing video games, y'all, because he ain't no real man. But a lot of times you get these real men and then you mad that they actually got to work and take care of their children, y'all. All right? So somebody could have a lot of responsibilities, all right? Or somebody just have been taking time to grow up, yeah. Somebody feels guilty because they've been distant, though. Right? Somebody does feel guilty because they've been distant. Yeah, but we got decisions out here. All right. Somebody wants to take a vacation. Somebody could be an air sign, y'all. Yeah, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, y'all. Let's see what this energy is. All right, let's clarify. All right, somebody, you got a masculine. Somebody wants, y'all been in separation. They want to come through and visit, y'all. Somebody wants to build a family with you. Maybe y'all are merging families, y'all, or something. But somebody is greatly inspired by you is what I'm hearing. Somebody is greatly inspired by you, and there has been a lot of confusion, but somebody has been holding back, all right, because they have made a decision. What is this energy? Virgo energy, all right? Somebody is very analytical, y'all. Virgos are very analytical. So whoever this person is, even if they're not a Virgo, they're someone who is very analytical, all right? So they're very responsible as well. So that's why it's been taking this person a minute, yeah. Somebody is tired of their life too, though. I do have a masculine energy here coming up as the sun in reverse. And what that's showing is that this is a masculine who's been depressed, y'all, because they feel like they lack purpose and growth in their own life. Or this could be you. Take it how it resonates, y'all. But somebody has been depressed because they're actually very overly critical of themselves, y'all. Solitude. I'm telling you, somebody been by their damn self. Yeah. Somebody's been spending a lot of time alone, but they have been like taking a break to ground themselves and to center themselves. Yeah. Somebody's been really grounding, taking a deep dive. Olivia. Someone's name could be Olivia. This song is Dive by Olivia Dean. All right. Somebody, you could be an Olivia Dean fan. Yeah, somebody is now understanding that they are capable. That's the lyrics that I'm seeing in this song. Yeah, it says maybe it's the magic in the wine. All right, y'all. Somebody could be drinking a little bit. Now they feel like they're capable of something, y'all. Somebody been spending some time alone, and now they over here talking about, yeah. All right, somebody could be taking a chance, y'all. A risk, child. All right, yeah, I got Gemini, Virgo energy again, y'all. Heavy on the air sign, heavy on the Virgo, y'all. All right, communication. Somebody wants to communicate, y'all. I like that, child. It's like they want to tell you the reason for something. Somebody could have opportunists around them. It's like, yeah, see, somebody's sacral is in the upright, and now they can see the opportunists around them. Somebody in their solitude, they realize that they have opportunists, y'all. Somebody is now more emotionally centered, and that's why I tell you, y'all, you cannot speed up someone's healing process. Because in the process, y'all, that's when they begin to see the people around them. A lot of times it's easy for y'all to feel like, oh my God, if he could just see or she could just see. But a lot of times you can't see because of your blockages, y'all. You can send somebody 10 reels and 17 videos. They ain't gonna get it, y'all. You only get it from where you are, and you only get it from a place of healing. So if you're dealing with somebody who is still healing, they can only see as much as they are healed. You can only see as much as you have healed. So at the point that you have not healed, your sight is limited, y'all. So somebody now, they're really centered and they see what healthy relationships look like. But because of that, they also see that they had opportunists around, y'all. So somebody, they are discovering something in this solitude about the people around them who have been plotting, y'all. That thing say plotting. I got an Aries and a King of Swords in reverse. All right, this could be a masculine energy, take it how it resonates. This could be a friend if we're talking about a masculine. All right, Aries energy is hell. It's hell. Aries energy is well, y'all. Somebody going to hell. All right, whoever this person is, they were very controlling. Hell, this could be somebody from your past, queen. Shit. But whoever this King of Swords is in the reverse, this is not a divine masculine, y'all. Whoever the King of Swords is in the reverse is somebody who has been very controlling in your person's energy. And this person can be very violent, y'all. Somebody violent, especially with this Aries energy. Somebody could definitely be abusive in the way they communicate, right? Because swords are about communication, y'all. Yeah, stop playing, because I told you this is a divine masculine. Right? But there is somebody on the side, y'all, that has been very abusive. Very abusive, y'all. I told you that's the King of Swords ain't your person. Yeah, my mind. Somebody got in your person's mind and told them to keep their options open. I feel like this was a masculine energy. This is somebody's friend, brother, homeboy, something like that. You are dealing with a true divine masculine who knows their strength, but they got a karmic masculine around them that told them to make you a side piece or just keep their options open. Just like this person. Whoever this person is, they probably a cheater, y'all. But let me tell you, men, if y'all are real men of God, then you can't be hanging out with men that cheat on their wives and girlfriends. That's stupid, right? You are who you attract. So if you are a true divine masculine, then why in the hell is you still hanging around people that's going to sabotage your relationship, y'all? It's actually reminding me of the first reading where there was a feminine, right, that had people around you. Well, honestly, this is the same thing going on with your masculine, and this seems to be a friend. This person is an opportunist, y'all. This person is a whole opportunist. It's a masculine energy. Yeah, y'all, because the goddamn cards keep flying over my candle. This is the second card that hit the top of my candle. And what is it? The Ace of Swords, truth. All right, y'all. Somebody, you got a masculine in your energy. All right, that is seeing the truth about friends and opportunists around them. These people tried to keep your person in the streets, y'all. All right, Wind Down Wednesday, y'all, 7 p.m. I don't know where we're going to host it yet. All right, it may be here on YouTube. It may be on TikTok, or it may be on Discord. All right, so we're going to take a poll on Discord. All right, so we got to go take the poll, and we're going to see where we're going to do Wind Down Wednesday at 7 p.m. All right, Wind Down Wednesday. It may be here on YouTube. It may be on Discord, or it may be on TikTok. Y'all let me know, moderators, how y'all want to do it. All right, Ace of Swords. All right, so somebody's gotten clarity. I'm talking about truth, y'all. Truth. Yeah, I'm talking about it, y'all. This person here was really trying to, I'm hearing destruction. I'm telling you, y'all, like, this is a masculine energy that really wanted your person to be out there in them streets. You gonna get the communication. Watch. And then y'all gonna email me or hit me on Discord and let me know. When your man come through and tell you what this friend been trying to do, communication, y'all, and then you gonna have a passionate new beginning. This man here wanted him in the streets, y'all. I got sex addiction in the reverse and side piece. This person here wanted him in the streets, just like them. I'm talking about it. Destructive, y'all. Drugs, alcohol, dependence, all of that. It's been one friend. One in particular is what I'm hearing God say. And for somebody, I heard cousin. Damn, what is this energy? Why I'm seeing this dick? They've been fucking with the mind, y'all. Your channel song is my mind. Whoever this person is, they've been doing mind manipulation, trying to get in your person's head. What is this energy? What did I say, y'all? Somebody, this is a son for somebody, somebody's child, right? A son, especially this is an older man and he got like an adult son for somebody, or it's a father, right? A father figure or mother, all right? Because this is somebody's son, all right? So this could be a mother, a father, or somebody's child that has been interfering. Look, I could never make it up right here on the goddamn card. Yeah. This person wants everything though, because I'm seeing the word benefactor, right? So you know how when you have like insurance and stuff like that, and you have to name a beneficiary, like this is somebody who's been always like getting money. This is somebody, y'all, where your person would go out and like buy a section, buy bottles, like flying people everywhere, you know, y'all, box seats. I'm hearing box seats, right? Box seats, concert seats, games, sporting events. This is somebody who always felt like they were just gonna show up and be in your person pocket. Literally, like they were just gonna show up and they was gonna be all in your person pocket, y'all. Well, now this person is your person looking in the mirror, yeah, about whoever this person is. All right, I got Aries, Virgo energy out here, y'all. So whoever this masculine is, they're now beginning to realize that a lot of the people around them, y'all, they've been trying to stop them from growing. That's all it is. Stopping them from walking into their divinity, y'all. That's all it is. Stop playing. Yeah. Somebody's been checking in. What's tarot reader? Shit, tarot reader just came out, y'all. What's tarot reader? Who the fuck getting readings? Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Somebody, if you listening to me, this your shit. Y'all, that thing say tarot reader and ace of cups. Now, I'm going to tell you, shit, if your person in the spirituality, somebody done went to a tarot reader and they see that ace of cups, y'all, regardless, right? Ace of cups is here, all right? So somebody, maybe your person hasn't been focused lately, but it has a lot to do with somebody around them who's been trying to stop them from focusing, y'all. Yeah, King of Cups. I could never make it up. Beautiful. King of Cups, y'all. All right, so you got a divine masculine in his feelings, y'all. King of Cups, Ace of Cups, child, please. That's a lot of feelings, okay? Somebody wants a commitment. They're now beginning to realize that the people around them were really the ones that were stopping them from opening up emotionally. Somebody, your person was wearing a mask, completely shut down. Somebody wants to go on vacation. I'm seeing getaway. Yeah, somebody, initials could be PJ, or you call your person PJ. All right, your channel song is Say So by PJ Morton, like literally, right? And maybe this could be your plea divine feminine, because I love this song, y'all. This is a beautiful song, actually. Y'all need to listen to that. Marquis, one of y'all put that in iChannel Music. We ain't got to put everything in there, but this is a song I want in there. Go into Discord and put this song under iChannel Music. It's called Say So by PJ Morton. This is a beautiful song, y'all. It says, it's getting hard for me to hold my own. See, nobody wants to be in love alone. So I'm trying my best not to overreact. But I need to know right now, no lies, just facts. So if you love me, just say so. All right, y'all. Somebody, you tired of this damn silence. Somebody, you tired of the silence, girl. You over here talking about, if you love me, could you just say so? All right, somebody, you tired of the silence. Yeah. You feel like nobody sees you, or this person feels like nobody sees you, like, yeah. So if you love me, just say so. All right, Jojo, Joseph, Joel, any of those could be significant. All right, somebody, you want communication. Right? You want communication. You want, oh, okay. Well, hold on. Let me get you some oracle cards then. Damn. All right. Hold on, y'all. We'll get you some communication then, child. All right. If you love me, just say so. All right, y'all. Let's see if this divine masculine has something to say. What would they say most at this time? All right. If this is your message, tap in, y'all. If you love me, say so. All right. All right, let's tap in. If the divine masculine were to send a message, what would it be at this time? All right, let's get into it, y'all. All right. right. Oh, shit. Okay. I wish you were here with me. Y'all, this is definitely for somebody who's in separation. I told you the first card out was separation, y'all. You're not with this person right now, or y'all just don't live in the same house, right? Even if y'all in union, y'all don't live in the same house. All right, but it says, I wish you were here with me. All right, I wish you were here with me. All right, your next message is, oh, say that shit. I knew you were the one when I met you. All right, I knew you were the one when I met you, y'all. This person know who the fuck you are. Stop playing, y'all. That thing says, I underestimated how important you are in my life. Somebody, you got somebody in their damn feelings, y'all. King of Cups, Ace of Cups. This man in his feelings, child. I'm talking about it, y'all. What did I say? That thing says, I am afraid of commitment. What was that last card that came out, y'all? Commitment. Where did that shit go? It's under here some damn well. I don't feel like digging under there, y'all. But this is somebody who's been afraid of commitment. Yeah. But they underestimated how important you were going to be to their life, too. I told you, y'all, this is somebody that you poured into. And now, child, they manifesting your ass. I'm telling you, if you hit all that telepathy, y'all, let me tell you something. Now, y'all know me and my king in union, but the messages don't stop. Y'all stop playing. Just because you in union don't stop. Like, we talk every day. We see each other and everything. Y'all, we together, right? That don't mean it stop. We was watching, what the hell we was watching last night? Some damn show, and it's always my daughter, y'all. So my youngest daughter is psychic as hell, child. So she be choosing movies and stuff, and it always, girl, the movie we was watching last night, my king name, all up in the movie, main character. I'm like, Lord Jesus, I can't get away from this man, right? But you understand that is the psychic bond between you and your person, y'all. And it don't go away because you in union. That's the beauty of God. Do you think God is going to show you and give you something so beautiful and not let you experience it? On My Mind, Just in Time by Erykah Badu. Stop playing. I'm sorry, Out My Mind, Just in Time by Erykah Badu, y'all. So what you gotta realize, it's beautiful. It's beautiful as fuck. I'm laying on the sofa getting ready. Just finished texting his ass. Getting ready to lay down because I was dog tired after that releasing session last night. Lay on the sofa with my tacos and tequila for Cinco de Mayo, right? We did tacos and tequila. Lay across the damn sofa. Turn on the TV. I look up. God damn, sir. Right? But I say that to say, I've been manifesting you, right? So when your person is thinking about you, y'all, even if you in union, yeah, you gonna see that. The songs come on, all of that stuff, y'all. It don't end just because you in union. Stop playing, y'all. It says you deserve better than them, all right? Somebody, I feel like your person also knows, right, that you've been through relationships in the past and that you always deserve better than those past relationships. So now this is somebody who wants to give you exactly what it is that you deserve, y'all. That's beautiful. Somebody knows that you deserve better than what you had in the past. That's why they've been manifesting your ass, y'all. 858. 8 is the number of manifestation, y'all. 5 is change. You got a masculine that's manifesting some change, y'all. Why? Because your energy is intoxicating and is pulling them in. If you are the true divine feminine, y'all. Thank you. If you are the true divine feminine, your energy is pulling their asses in. What is you talking about, right? Your energy does pull them in. You over here in your manifestation glory, child. Stop playing, right? You become magnetic when you heal, ladies. Right? When you do your healing work, you become magnetic. You start getting opportunities, your job money, your money, right? All of this stuff is great. You become magnetic. So then what happens is your masculine or your feminine, whoever the hell you tied to, they feel you in the energy because y'all are energetically entwined. If you fucking people and you feel like y'all don't share energy, you's a fool. That's why when y'all was having sex with them low vibrational people, y'all couldn't do shit in life. You was stuck. Your job wouldn't grow. You couldn't manifest nothing. Who you share your energy with is who you share your energy with, y'all. So if you sleeping with low vibrational women and you can't never get your money together, ask yourself why. All right? But if you have actually met your divine counterpart and y'all are intimate, then you damn well better believe that y'all are connected. Y'all manifesting each other. Shit, y'all pulling each other in. Yeah. I love it. This man been working on himself, y'all. That thing says, I've been working on myself. Beautiful energy, y'all. All right, so somebody, you got a king that's been working on themselves, y'all, so that they can give you, yep, I'm on my way to you. God say, don't pull nail other one. That's it, y'all. For that love reading, that's over. God said, don't feel no more. That's it. That thing says, I'm on my way to you. All right, somebody. It's Mother's Day weekend coming up. All right. So don't be surprised if you get a call, especially if you have children, even if it ain't with this person, right? But you got to understand holidays and stuff bring people around, y'all. Because let me tell you, if you've been in separation, the main thing they trying to figure out is how the fuck to come back, right? What am I going to say to this woman or man, right, that I've not been in really contact with, or I've just been energetically disconnected. We've been a little distant, right? How can I get it back together? Well, holidays is usually when that shit happen, y'all. I mean, it is, because they're going to come in and say, hey, how you doing? Happy Mother's Day, right? You're going to say, oh, thank you, love, and then kick that shit off, all right? Now, let me tell you something, y'all. Let me tell you something. I don't channel peasants. So whoever this is a real king. So I'm going to tell you, right? If you want it, claim it, y'all. Because this ain't no peasant. So I'm not even going to do that disclaimer if you want them back. This is a king. Now, if your ass don't want no king, then that shit's on you. Because I don't channel peasants. So I don't have to give the disclaimer about your ex. Because this is never your ex. I don't know those people. I don't know those people, y'all. Y'all saw my reading I posted last night. If it's karmic, I put it in the title, y'all, because I don't channel karmics. So if it is a karmic reading that comes up when I'm doing a general, I put that shit in the title. Because my readings are for the divine feminine and divine masculine, y'all. My readings ain't for the karmics. So if it is a karmic, I always put that in the description, because that was a damn karmic that came up yesterday, y'all. All right, make sure you guys are checking out the readings on the channel. All right, let's get to your last message. This will be your higher purpose message for today. All right, let's get to your higher purpose message. What is it that your spirit guides, your angels, and your ancestors need you to know most on this beautiful May 6th? All right, this beautiful May 6th. All right, what is it that you need to know? All right, I think I'm going to do this one. All right, for my Star Seed Oracle deck. I hope y'all guys are having an amazing day. All right, I got work to do today, y'all, but I will be checking into the Discord. All right, so make sure you guys are joining us on Discord. All right, that is where we continue the conversations. All right. If you need support, if you have questions about your spiritual journey, if you have just whatever questions, y'all, put it in Discord. I don't read these comments because these words are little and I can't see it no way. All right, so if you need me, you better be on the Discord. All right, what else to end today's messages? All right, all paths lead home. Beautiful. Beautiful. All paths lead home. All right. Somebody, you're now becoming your own inner authority. You're following your intuition and you're turning your gaze within. This is the point in everybody's journey where life is great, y'all. It's my life right here, right? So at the point you do your healing work, right? You really look at the things that have challenged you in this world, right? You look at people, places, and things, how they have shown up in this world. After that, all paths are home at that point, y'all. All paths lead home. All right. You become an inner authority. You listen to your intuition and you turn your gaze within. That's when life truly begins. That's where we are, y'all, in this spring energy in May. This is a season of manifestation, and it's gonna go, y'all, through October 15th. Remember, right? This Pluto retrograde energy, this transformation energy, oh, it's gonna last until October, y'all. So you gotta understand, this is only the beginning of your activated earth. This is only the beginning, y'all. All right. It says power places, lay lines, and trust where you're led. All right. Trust where you're being led today. Right? Trust where you're being led. This is the activated earth, and this is the earth that you've activated for you. Many of us were taught to live, right, on someone else's earth. something that you couldn't control, right? It's as if you're here on this earth, but you have no control over it. And that's never what God meant. Never. You were never simply just put here to exist so that you could die and go to heaven or hell. That was never what it was about. It is about you showing up in this earth and activating the power within you so that you can trust God where you're being led, right? It has nothing to do with all of that other fluff, y'all. And when you understand that, you are living in the activated earth. That means you are co-creating your earthly experience with God. This is a co-creation process, y'all, and you do have a say so. You don't just show up, life don't just happen, right? It doesn't. You have the ability to co-create by your choices and your decisions, y'all. Life is hard because you made bad decisions. Life gets easier when you make better decisions. Simple, y'all. So God is saying, jump in. Beautiful. God is saying, jump in, right? Jump in. It's time. No problem, wayward, right? It says, jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure. Say yes to change, y'all. That's all it is. It's 9:05. It just turned 9:06. 9 is wisdom, 5 is change, 6 is harmony, right? So when you become more wise, things will begin to change, and that's when your life becomes more harmonious. All right? Jump in. All the way in, y'all. No more 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You just can't, y'all. Like the energy, God is not supporting straddling the fence. Either you a believer or you not. And you ain't a believer in church. You ain't got to believe in church. You ain't got to believe in the Bible. Those are tangible items. The Bible is a piece of paper with words on it, just like these cars are a piece of paper with words on it. You do not believe in the piece of paper with words. You believe on the greater one that is on the inside of you. Don't nobody care about a piece of paper with words, whether it's tarot cards or your Bible. Nobody gives a fuck because the greater one is on the inside of you. And God gives you the ability to discern, right, the Bible and cards. Why? Because all of that shit is words on a piece of paper. And when you understand who God is, you ain't never concerned with the dumb shit, y'all. And as long as people can keep you inundated in the dumb shit, you will never listen to the voice of God. The voice of God ain't in no tarot cards. The voice of God is not in the Bible. The voice of God is on the inside of you. So on the inside of you, y'all. Somebody, you got a lot of messages at night. All right, I got Nighthawk is your channel song. All right, so somebody, you a Nighthawk, right? But you get a lot of your messages from God, and I bet you ain't reading no Bible when you get it, right? I bet you ain't reading no tarot cards when you get it, right? So somebody, you up at night and you receiving messages from the divine. Discernment, y'all. Stop playing. It's coming through your dreams, y'all. Stop playing. The void. What did I say? At night, y'all. Somebody, you're getting a lot of your information in a place that you would consider the void. But stop. Embrace it. Because you're birthing something. Somebody, you feel like you in the dark right now. Maybe you feel like you're at a void point in your life, but you're not at a void point. What God is saying, y'all, is simply this. Embrace the winter. Why? Because that is the great cosmic womb. The spring always comes, y'all. We just got out of the winter not too long ago. Yes, it was rough, y'all. Somebody, you still throwing out. Stop playing. Right? Stop playing. Right? That's it, y'all. You throwing out. It's okay. Right? It's okay. You just had to thaw out a little bit, right? So as we are now in this spring energy, y'all, we in May, is beginning to warm up, is beginning to get hot, right? So now you just have to step out, y'all. Yeah. Ground your energy today, y'all. All right. Make sure you stay grounded. If you need to go walk out there on the earth, put your feet in the earth, y'all. Put your feet in the water. Make sure you guys do your releasing ritual. All right. If you joined me last night on my Discord for the releasing ritual, thank you so much. All right. Everybody was provided. Why y'all timed out Wayward? Is Wayward an asshole? I thought Wayward was my nice person. I'm sorry, y'all. Marky, what happened? I be looking up, y'all. I'm like, damn, what happened? Okay, somebody, stay grounded, y'all. I don't know what just happened. All right, but I was saying, y'all, if you joined the releasing ritual last night, make sure, right? I thought Wade was cool. Rita too. I'm like, damn, what Wayward do? Don't time people out for that. Don't time him out for that. Y'all be nice to the people now. Y'all know I'm only gonna time people out if they talking about devil shit, negative tarot cards. But I wouldn't time him out for that. Wayward, I apologize for Marky. She quick on the draw. Don't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that, y'all. All right, let me tell you, fathers, we're going to talk about fathers on Father's Day and mothers on Mother's Day, y'all. We are. But I want to tell you this. I want to say this when we talk about mothers and fathers, right? Your mama is your mother. Your father is your father. I do not believe on celebrating fathers on Mother's Day because fathers have a day. I don't believe in celebrating mothers on Father's Day. I don't feel like people should be talking about happy Father's Day to my mama because that's the only father I know. No, right? Because we all got a father, which is God, right? And we all got a mother, which is God, right? I don't really care about either of the holidays because y'all ain't even hear me say shit about Mother's and Father's Day on this live, right? Because I feel like people will always, right, find a way to divide people, right? So now when you get to Mother's Day, especially for me now, let's be clear, I love Mother's Day because my kids go all out. But the reason my kids go all out for Mother's Day, y'all, is because I was married to a man that lost his mama. So when I tell you for 8 years, I never had a good Mother's Day. And that's not even fair, y'all, right? I never had a good Mother's Day because my dumbass karmic ex, mama died. So now his mama dead. I can't have a good Mother's Day. Every Mother's Day, he in the bed crying and shit. Lights off in the dark, you depressed. And I could never have a good Mother's Day, right? So I say this to say, if you celebrate, right? If you celebrate Mother's Day, celebrate it, right? Yourself. Celebrate you for being the best mother that you could be. Celebrate you for getting out of narcissistic, toxic marriages, right? Celebrate you, right? Your kids should celebrate you for keeping them safe, right? For being the best mother that you could be, right? Because I ain't get to celebrate Mother's Day now. Oh, I look forward to her. My king and I have been together for every Mother's Day because I never got to celebrate Mother's Day, y'all. Being married to a man that is a narcissist and bipolar and always depressed, you don't celebrate no holidays, y'all. Every holiday was about him. We couldn't have a good Christmas. We couldn't have a good Thanksgiving. 7, 8 years of my life was in somebody else's trauma. So I tell you, enjoy your Mother's Days, mothers, right? And when it's Father's Day, celebrate your kings, right? For Father's Day. But there is no overlap. If you gonna celebrate it, celebrate that shit. I don't care. All of it is man-made, but I do not feel like a father should be acknowledged on Mother's Day, and I do not feel like mothers should be acknowledged on Father's Day. We all got one father, which is God, and one mother, that is God. All right? Let's get into your angel numbers, y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing day. All right, but don't be blocking my friend. I forgot his name or her name. I don't even know y'all, but I know that's a good one. All right, perspective, y'all. I could never make it up. Perspective. All right, watch your perspectives today. All right, watch your perspectives today, y'all. Keep an open mind, right? Keep an open mind. Be the best person that you can be, y'all. And that's without a Mother's Day or a Father's Day, y'all. Be the best person you could be, right? People don't need acknowledgement for doing their job. I don't need my kids to acknowledge that I'm a good mother. I know I'm a good mother, right? I don't need people to, I told my king that one year, right? He don't need people to acknowledge on Father's Day that he's a good father because he got a queen that tells him he's a good father every day, right? So a lot of times, y'all, these holidays come around simply to cause division. Right? So now all of a sudden you ain't tell your man happy Father's Day and he over here talking about, oh, you can't tell me happy Father's Day? Well, fuck no. Why? Because I tell you happy Father's Day every day by how I show up in your life. Right? I tell you happy Mother's Day by how I show up in your life, right? My kids don't have to go all out. They do because they just love their mama, right? But they ain't got to go all out for Mother's Day. My kids show me every day that I'm a great mother. Why? Because they do their job. They get good grades in school. They don't give me no problems. That means I'm a good mother. Hello. Right? That means I'm a good mother. Right? If your kids ain't getting suspended from school, ain't locked up, ain't pregnant, ain't in jail, ain't causing you no trouble, happy Mother's Day. Right? If your kids are not doing all those things, Happy Father's Day, y'all. Do not hold to the world's view of holidays that's going to keep you stuck and depressed. My mama ain't here. That's dumb, y'all. What the fuck is you crying on Mother's Day for? Thank God that she brought you in this world. Thank God that you are the person that you are. And thank God that she's passed on so that she can be the ancestor to guide you through. Right? So get out of depression, y'all. It's too many people that holidays come around and now you depressed. Oh, it's Father's Day. I lost my daddy. I'm a daddy's girl. No, your father is God. Hello. Your father is God, and you ain't lost your daddy. Your daddy is in heaven, and people look for reasons to be depressed. Don't give yourself a reason to be depressed, y'all. Don't give it to yourself. If you've lost your mother, use Mother's Day as a day to mother yourself in honor of your mother. Simple. Honor yourself. Your mama ain't gonna want you sitting around crying, y'all. No, right? So now you have to understand what it is, and then don't let yourself be that person. Don't do that anymore, y'all. Yeah, say that, Miss Siobhan. Don't do that, because all you do is keep yourself in a depressed state of mind by focusing on what you lost instead of what you have gained. Every time you lose a loved one, y'all, you gain an ancestor. Hello, right? Every time you lose a loved one, you gain an ancestor. I much rather have my grandmother, who is my greatest spirit guide right now, guiding me in heaven than on this earth. Because at 84 years of age, what could she have done for me on this earth? Right? So now that my grandmother, 5 years in April that she's been gone, my life has changed drastically. Drastically in the 5 years that my grandmother has been gone. I divorced a narcissistic crackhead. Right? I got my life together. My kids are happy. My businesses are flourishing. I have been in Forbes magazine 3 years in a row. I have flourishing businesses. My union with my king is beautiful. My kids are happy. Ancestors are way more protective than an 84-year-old grandma or a 60-year-old mama, a 25-year-old brother. No matter what age you lost your loved one, they can protect you much more, y'all, in the spirit than they can in the natural. All right, let's get you guys some motivation to end today, and then we'll get your angel numbers. All right, I pray you guys have an amazing day. All right, I pray you have an amazing day. Thank you, who is that? Miss In Tune. Thank you, Miss In Tune. Thank you, guys. All right, y'all know I'll be having on my reading glasses, so it'll be hard to see them little words. All right, y'all. Eternal love. Beautiful. All right, eternal love. All right, it says, recognize that love is a constant, eternal force, y'all. Recognize that you have eternal love in the palm of your hand, y'all. You got it, y'all, in the palm of your hand. Eternal love. Yeah, your channel song is I Care For You, Aaliyah, y'all. And y'all know Aaliyah is passed on. Somebody you have a passed on loved one that is caring for you. I just looked at that song, y'all. It was Aaliyah, right? I Care For You. All right, so somebody, you got a loved one that's caring for you in the ethers, y'all. Yeah, to bring you balance. Beautiful. Balance, y'all. It says maintain balance in all areas of your life. Maintain balance in all areas of your life. I love it. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the live. All right, detachment, y'all. Detachment. It says, let go of the attachment to outcomes, right? See, the thing about this is, y'all, everyone, you can only control the present moment, right? In the present moment is how you manifest. Anytime you're holding on to anything from your past, that leads you to a state of depression, right? But when you're focusing on the future, right, it ain't here yet, right? So that creates a lot of anxiety. Detachment means that I can stand in this present moment, right, through wisdom. 9:19 a.m., y'all. 9 is wisdom. 1 is new beginnings, right? I can stay in this wisdom, detached from the timeline, because I already know the outcome, right? So many people, they wayward, we sorry. Okay, I love that. I love that. Wayward. All right, y'all. Let me keep going. Y'all don't be blocking people. Don't be silencing people. Y'all, all right, let go, y'all, of the outcome. So what does that mean? If God already told you your person is your person, if God already told you that your job is your job, if God already told you that your business is your business, why are you holding on to the outcome? You already know the outcome, y'all. So when people say in divine unions, right, that you should detach, you should. You don't detach from the person though. You detach from the outcome because you already know the outcome. And when you detach from the outcome, now you are no longer controlling the timeline. Now God can work. That's all it is, y'all. God can't work when you attach to the outcome. Dang, when it's gonna happen? Is it gonna happen by December? God say, if you don't move out the way, I can't work. Right? So if you don't move out the way, then God can't show up, y'all. So somebody now you're learning how to detach, y'all. All right, find balance. You gotta detach. All right, synchronicities. Pay attention today, y'all. It says notice and trust meaningful coincidences. All right, let me get to your angel numbers, y'all. Make sure y'all join us on Discord. I will have the releasing ritual guide added to my website later on today. So if you did not get a chance, all right, if you did not get a chance, y'all, to join the releasing session yesterday and you still want the guide, all right, you will be able to purchase that on my website, y'all, for $5.55. It's not a lot. It's an 8-page, it's either 8 or 10 pages, all right, of first of all, it gives you questions on how to examine what you need to release, right? And then after you examine that, then you go through some journal prompts about it in depth, and then you go through the rituals. I always gonna give you stuff, y'all, that is going to help you, all right? So that you can do this stuff on your own, y'all. Now, you know, I'm a busy woman, so I'm not going to be hosting all of this stuff a lot, y'all. At some point, I ain't going to be live every day on YouTube. Who the fuck got time for that, y'all? I be busy. I start traveling next month again. I'm just slow right now, y'all. But I start traveling again, all right, in this last quarter. So in the last quarter, I likely won't be live every day, y'all. So I'm trying to build out these communities and these support systems now. My first time here, and I am so grateful to the wisdom speak, and I resonate with. Thank you so much, Mary. I love that. Thank you, Mary. And I love that, y'all. I really do, because y'all know how many traders. Yeah, damn. I meant to say trolls and haters, but I called them traders, y'all. That's the new word. Haters and trolls. They traders. I love it. All right. So y'all know how many traders we got. So when people, you know, really share those comments, I love it. Right. That means a lot to me. Right. Because it takes a lot to share my gift in the way I share it because of condemnation. But I don't give a fuck about people, y'all. Now, is it easy to hear people and see people call you names online? No. But do you give a fuck? No. They talked about Jesus. Right? They talked about Jesus. Y'all say it, y'all, in the comments. 222. Right? 222 in the comments, y'all. What is that? I am balanced. Beautiful, y'all. I am balanced. All right? It says trust. Yes, Montrese is coming back today. I actually got tired yesterday, but yes, personal readings were supposed to come out Tuesday. If you did not get yours Tuesday, I return personal readings on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But Montrese, I think you actually on the list for today. So Montrese, yours will probably be back today. All right, but I return personal readings usually on Tuesday and Thursday, but I was so busy yesterday, y'all, that I only got to do one. So I will be doing 2 more. Matter of fact, I got my list right here, so I can tell you on my list today. Yep, I got Marla and Montrese. All right, so today, Marla and Montrese, y'all readings are coming back today. All right, everybody else is on Thursday's list. If you've already booked, then you're on Thursday's list. These people booked earlier in the week. They are on today. All right, it takes me about 2 to 3 days. All right, 222 in the comments, y'all. I am balanced. I am balanced. I love that. Okay. All right, the next angel number. All right, the next angel number. All right, y'all, we got, no number. Give me y'all favorite number, y'all. Put your favorite number in the comments. This one don't have a number. All right, put your favorite number in the comments. What number do you see the most? All right, if you think about all the numbers you see all day, what number do you see the most? I want to see them. Get them up, y'all. Get them up. 1107. Okay, Montrese, that's a different one. I love that. 1107. All right. Okay. 1111. I love it. 333. I love it, Rita. 123. Yes. 15. I like 15. All right, y'all. Okay. Your next number, y'all. Look, ain't nobody put this one. Look, ain't nobody put this one, y'all. The next number is 0. Child, please. That thing says, I am limitless, girl. Stop playing. Somebody, this your number right here. 0. Why? Because it is from that place that you realize you are limitless, girl. That thing says there is no beginning, no beginning and no end. All is infinite. All right. It is time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. I love it. Somebody, you're now beginning to realize that you're really limitless, y'all. The only limitations we have ever had are the ones that we put on ourselves. People gonna always try to limit you, y'all. You have to not limit yourself, right? So the only limitations are the ones that we allow, all right? Limitless, y'all. All right, let's get to the last angel number, y'all. Oh, I love it. It just fell out. And after this, I'll see y'all on Discord. The last one, who put them 888s up, y'all? All right, put them 888s up, y'all. Why? I am abundant. Beautiful. I am abundant, y'all. You are abundantly loved. You are abundantly blessed. You are abundantly fertile. You are abundantly gifted. You are abundant, y'all. It says, as you focus on all the wonderful things that surround you, you are clearing the path for more positive energy to flow into all areas of your life and creating a place for abundance. I am abundant. Have a beautiful day, y'all. Have a beautiful day. All right, your last song, y'all, is Don't Let Me Fall by Cleo Soul. God is saying, I ain't gonna never let you fall. Yeah, it says it rains, then it pours. There is no light through that door, but don't let me fall. Hold me close. Please don't let me go. Beautiful energy, y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing day, y'all. We're going to be back tonight because I'm feeling good, y'all. All right, so we'll be back. I don't know on what platform yet. All right, so make sure you guys follow me here. Join Discord. I will post a message regardless, right? If I go live here, I'll let y'all know later. So make sure y'all follow my post notifications, right? I'll post it, but I think we're going to do a wind down Wednesday, only probably about an hour. All right, we'll get a good little message out, y'all, later on this evening. All right, I just don't know if it's going to be on YouTube or if it's going to be on TikTok or if it's going to be on Discord. All right, but either way, join the Discord, y'all, because that's how you stay updated on my announcements. All right, I'll be in Tampa, y'all. We have a Lady Collective event in Tampa next weekend. If you're in the Central Florida area, join us in Tampa. It's just a relaxation weekend on the beach, on the water. All right, we got some restaurants. We're gonna do a little shopping, hanging. That's a girls' day, y'all. Girls' weekend. All right, everybody says that they want a collective, they want friends, they want to be able to hang out. Well, I create those events for us to be able to meet up. So next weekend, the 15th, 16th, 17th, will be our Tampa event. All right, we're going to dinner. We're taking a brunch cruise out on the water on the harbor. All right, we're doing dinner Saturday night as well, and then everybody is leaving on Sunday. All right, have a blessed day, y'all. Thank you, guys. Play your number, girl. Who is that? Yeah, yes. Play your number. That's the energy, though, y'all. It is. It really is like that lucky energy day. Like, I'm finna go get me some scratch-offs while y'all playing. Let me go get my scratch-offs. Shucks. Have a great day, y'all.